What's up out there? We are going to make an attempt at killing Zon. This is the final depth in the Into the Abyss expansion. This may be the final episode of Ancient Relic mode. I don't know. I actually made a copy of my save game last night into another save slot and checked this fight out a little bit. Spoiler alert, I did die like twice. And the first time I tried doing this, I was in magic mode, which if I switch over to magic mode, it's basically insta-death. He hits so hard. I don't have enough resistance to take care of it. This is melee, and it's using the reverse combat triangle, so I wasn't thinking about it. So the second attempt I made was using ranged. I finally woke up and realized I needed to use ranged. But the problem was eventually the amount of damage he does crossed my threshold and I ended up dying. So I'm going to try this. I'm going to leave illusion on. I'm probably going to die, so we'll see what happens. But I'm also going to just start the fight and let it go. The gear that I have is the best that I can get. What you do is basically go into this Void Conflux for your helmet. Each one of these has helmet for your combat style. And then in these two Abyssal Slayer areas, the Void Enclave and the Void Nexus, you're going to pick up the boots on one side. You're going to pick up the weapons on the other. And then you go into this Depth of Resolve to get the rest of the gear, the shield, the chest plate, the pants, and all that stuff. So I've ground all that out. That's basically what I've spent the last little bit of time doing, is getting all of this. Now, what I will do if if I can't beat this today is I need to get through this phase. I've not gotten through this phase at all yet. So I wanted to just record it and say, hey, here's where I'm at. Basically, I don't necessarily think I'm going to do this, but I at least wanted to get the video out and say, hey, I'm here. This is where we need to work from this point. I definitely could use some better bolts. I think somebody said you want to use probably, I think somebody said use the fear daggers, but I don't have any of them, to be honest with you. And I think this is the best bolts that I have. So like the gear that I've got is not that great. This is faster attack, but less damage. So if I can't defeat this, then I'm going to have to figure out, or I'm going to have to spend time with fletching and stuff like that. I also thought, hey, I could spend some time with agility. So I did spend a little bit of a time trying to get agility built up. The problem is there is some abyssal resistance you can pick up at some of these. It's going to take time, which if I'm trying to get this done, I don't have time to spend on it, but I can only get so far. So I can only get level 40, which is like 2 more obstacles out of this. Is that enough of a difference to make a difference? Maybe, but that's going to take probably a week to get that done. So anyway, this is the gear that I've got. I've got all the Voidium gear that I can get. I'm running the Woeful Gem. We can switch over to the Agile Gem, I think. Nope, I've got it equipped on somebody. Let's swap this over to Woeful before we continue on, just so that I can have the Agile Gem available to select. I don't think I want to select anything else because the rest of these are just chance to apply something, and I don't care about this something at this point. I think what I want to do, the fear one maybe, we'll throw that as an option. I think somebody said fear was really good against this boss because, well, he does have a chance to ignore fear, but I think I want to try to keep with the Woeful Gem. The enemy loses -1% max hit attack per turn, stacking up to 10 times, and then it resets. So the idea is to get as much abyssal resistance as I can. So I've got the Voidborn Cape upgraded fully. We've got all the other gear. That's the Echoing Amulet's the best amulet that I've got. I got this Eldritch Abyss Ring. I think that's the highest I could get that up to. The Void Burst gloves. And then up here, I've got the Netherite gloves because these give you 3% max hit points, which ups your auto eat a little, or ups your auto eat level, auto eat threshold a little bit, and gives 3% abyssal resistance if using melee versus magic, ranged against melee, which we are ranged against melee here. And I've equipped that on basically all these different ones. So we'll see how this goes. Don't know if I'm going to beat this or not. Let's hit the start button and see where it goes. Like I said, I'm just going to try to let this run. I don't think I want to auto eat through this. I want to try to let this go and get kills as fast as possible. In fact, I think what I want to do is turn this over to this. We'll do Unrelenting for the increased attack interval with the enemy having less abyssal resistance. And then we're going to have Annihilation, which adds 35% of max hit to minimum, and then 30% crit chance, and then the enemy gets another minus 15 abyssal resistance. I'll have this to where I could swap it over. If my auto-eat goes, or if the auto-eat swings the other way, I'll swap back over to Illusion. But I want to try to kill this guy real quickly. The changes that I've made since yesterday basically is swapping out this netherite gloves and I don't remember. Oh, I had to grind out, I think, the boots and the helmet for the range side. I don't think I had that stuff yet. But there's some kind of stack that builds up and his damage ends up exceeding my auto-eat at some point. And I'm kind of taking this idea to the other two combat styles, and hopefully they work. I'm not sure if they will or not. I don't remember which. Probably would like to stun him if I could. But I need the abyssal resistance because I need to stay on the other side of it. I don't think I have any potions that apply either. We could do like... I guess we'll do Eldritch Curse for whatever that's worth. I don't know if it does anything to him. He's got like immunity to like laceration, blight, fear, silence, wither, void burst, and sleep. So stun might be good on the melee side. Basically, I just want to see if I can DPS him down as quickly as possible. And see, I'm starting to get into that auto-eat problem. What I don't want is to take a massive hit and then die. But as long as we don't get slept, we're fine. I guess I got to catch the sleeping bit. As long as he's asleep or stunned or something like that, I think we're good. But this is the best combination of stuff I have. If I can't defeat him now, what I'm going to have to do is go grind out something. I'd probably go into these strongholds and grind out some of those enhancements or whatever that's in there. He's attacking pretty slow, so that is helpful. When he gets slowed, I guess we'll auto-eat through that. Maybe I don't want to auto-eat. Maybe I want to just let it roll and hope it survives. The problem is taking 2 shots rapidly is what's going to hurt. And with my auto-eat just slightly out of it, it just takes that one combination and we're down. All right, so that phase is done. Let's see, we are on this, so we're going to need to swap over to magic. I'm going to take this shield off, and I'm going to put the shield on my melee character. Let's see here. Put that on here, and then set that. I've only got the one shield. I also need to swap out this ring. We will put the echoing ring on there. And then we can put the other ring on, where's that ring? Is it just sitting in here? Yeah, it is. Move that to my ring slot. Equip that real quick. Set this over here. And we need to put something on. Let's take these off and put these over here. Because I don't think we're going to need to come back to ranged, so we need, this should be good. Oh, I forgot I had these, too. Let's split these off. That gives an additional stack of resistance. So we'll put like 30,000 here, here, and here. Forgot about that. That does add a little bit of resistance. We can go over into prayer mode, swap that out there, and let's just start the fight. And spellbook wise, we should have, you know what? Let's try this one. Do I have enough runes for this? I should. That keeps him stunned. As long as he's stunned, he's not attacking me. There's my thinking behind that. The wiki page recommended using this black hole for some reason, I guess to slow him or whatever. I think I would prefer the stun. We are also using Unrelenting for the increased attack speed and Annihilation for the extra damage and critical strike and all that. Hopefully we can just keep him stunned and knock this fight out. It would be great to be able to be done with this. To be honest with you, I'm kind of ready to be done with this expansion, at least for this series. I'm still playing through it on my standard account. The I should log into my standard account and show you, but I'm currently running astrology with my standard account. I've got all level 60, like it's fully leveled up. I think I probably have all mastery done too, but it runs for like 14 hours and I can push the upgrade button like once or twice because some of the upgrades are taking like 6 or 7,000 Stardust, and I get like 6 or 7,000 Stardust in a 12 to 18 hour period. It's kind of ridiculous. And this whole expansion is this way. Everything's been really slow. Like this is actually an easier fight, I think. Some of the abyssal dungeons have just been abysmally slow. Abysmal, yeah. Nice play on words. I don't mind if I do, but it's just been rough. It's been a very long expansion. I'm glad to be hopefully done with this. If we can pull the melee side off, I will be very happy. In fact, what might happen is we need to swap over to prayers here. I might just switch over to dissipation and dispersion. That gives me a bunch more abyssal resistance as this creeps up. We're not really killing him that fast, so I may slow it down, but yeah, I'm kind of glad. I'm hopeful to be done with this. Let's throw this on. Does that make a difference? You know what? It doesn't. That doesn't make much of a difference at all. Lifesteal. That's not going to make a difference, I don't think. We definitely need more damage. Stunned is not... we don't take extra damage from stun. It's sleep we take damage from. I really want to swap over, but if I swap over, it's going to go slower. If I can keep him stunned and not doing anything, then the fight's going to progress fairly well. Keeping our attack speed up is good too. I probably should put that faster attack jewel on. But keeping his main attack down a little bit, I think, is helpful too. But I don't see that stacking up. Oh, it would be stacking up over here on him. Let's try... Oh, I don't have that. Take a calculated risk here. Let's set that on here. Oh, I didn't save the other thing. Why is my attack speed not building up? I feel like it should be going faster. We're still at 1.0 seconds, and I was at 1.0 before. I guess I'll just try to pump the brakes on this and try to keep from dying. I'm not sure how the stacks are building up against me. That's the thing. Like, I don't know how he's doing. Like, is he building up damage as he goes? That might be. What he might be building up is this sovereignty stack. Yeah, that's probably what it is. He's adding to his max hit. So as long as we keep him stunned and we can keep doing damage, we should be good. I guess I want to manually heal through whenever he gets an attack off. So if he's sleeping or stunned, I don't have to worry about it. It's when he gets... Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll just keep pumping the brakes when he has an actual attack. It's kind of interesting trying to figure out the little puzzle that this is, the combat puzzle that this is. So he's going to get an attack unless I get a stun or something off. So if I manually heal through that, yeah, I just got to keep an eye on it. And the fight's going to progress. The melee side's going to be interesting because, well, of course, the magic side's interesting. I haven't gotten to this one yet either. But I have not seen the melee side of this at all. Definitely need to heal through stunned. So he's at full power right now. In the other dungeons, like into the impending darkness or into the mist, I can't remember which. I know one of them you build up stacks as you go and you take less damage or you take more damage as you go. It looks like it's the opposite in this one. He's doing more damage. All right, we want to heal there. We're good there. Heal there. Keep him stunned. Hopefully we can knock this thing out. Gonna have to heal through this probably, definitely because we're stunned. Keeping the attack speed up is a good thing though. Especially trying to clear out those stuns. Gets through that cycle faster. If it completes. Close. Oh, he's so close. All right, cool. We made it through that. I'm going to take this off and let's see here. We need to equip one of these and I need to set that just in case we have to redo this fight again. And we are going to set that agile gem here. Everything else should be set and ready to go. But we are going to swap the prayer over to this. And we're going to start the fight. And let's hopefully we can just annihilate this thing and knock it out. I should put the chance to stun gem on here. Or amulet. There's... let's toss that in for a second. I was going to try out like this tortoise thing here. Tortoise. I'm going to try this tortoise thing out here. He's not getting stunned a lot though. What this thing does is gives you ramping abyssal resistance. Let's see here. We want... let's see if that does anything. These rage gloves should give you a faster attack interval. That's what I'm really going for with this, is trying to build up the attack interval as much as possible. Yeah, we're getting rage, so we're getting a little bit more attack and a lot faster attack interval. So hopefully this pushes that over the edge. We're not really keeping him, we're not stunning him or putting him to sleep or anything. But then the damage goes back to the other side. So I don't know what changed, but his damage ended up dropping quite a bit. It's probably something on his end. He's definitely building up those sovereignty stacks. If we could keep him sleeping, and I wonder if maybe there's a tablet synergy, summoning tablet synergy we can do that puts stuff to sleep. Or I don't know if there's a stun version of that, but I don't know. We'll run with this and see what happens. If we can keep him stunned and sleeping and keep doing damage to him, this is going to be good. Oh, so he got probably a buff off of that King's Rage, I'm guessing. Probably need to do this the same way I did Magic. Just wait for him to do an attack and then hold heal while he's doing the attack. And hopefully we don't die. Maybe I just hold the heal button. What I didn't want to have to do is hold the manual eat button for an hour for each phase, because every other aspect of this has just been horribly slow. I don't think Abyssal Resistance is going to do much here either, because he's over the auto eat threshold, and even though I changed the Abyssal Resistance, it just makes my damage go down, I think. I probably could have better food. I could definitely I definitely have the fishing and cooking for it if I wanted to grind all that out. We've got, I'm not sure how much food makes a difference. What I don't know if food goes, let's say you take 1,000 damage. Does that mean you eat food sequentially, one piece at a time? Or when you take 1,000 damage, you use the quantity of food that heals for 1,000 damage? So if you've got, I don't know, for easy math, if it takes 10 pieces of food to heal 1,000 health, I don't think you use food piece 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. I think when your auto eat threshold is hit, it uses 10 pieces of food at once. So you could have potatoes or whatever if you wanted to heal it. You just have to have like 1 trillion potatoes or something, because it would go through massive chunks of it at a time. Manual eating, you do have a tick. Like there is only so much to eat, but it's the auto eat. And we keep moving that bar over. Hopefully he drops that damage down a little bit. Yeah, it dropped down slightly. If we can, We can just get there. Very close. This has actually gone far better than I thought it would, because when I don't want to say I made an attempt last night, but when I tried this last night, I just wasn't even getting off the starting line. I also had to make sure and adjust my agility and stuff like that. Like, I had a bunch of problems with agility that I hadn't looked at it in forever. So there were some things I had to get ironed out there. I had to grind out a little bit of gear. So this was not necessarily if I'd have tried doing this today, I would have ran into a brick wall and wouldn't have been able to succeed. So I'm glad I tried it last night and then put what I learned over into this, because it's definitely made this far more successful today. Oh, it's down to the wire. Oh, go, 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 go. Ah, done. That series is over with. All right. Whoa, dungeon completed. That's pretty cool. That has been very cool. We don't get a storybook or anything? Oh, at any rate, I'm happy. We're done. You know, I love this game. I've had an absolute blast playing it, but I can say that I am so glad to be done with this expansion. I have to do all this on my standard account, but I am so glad to be done with this. I'm not happy to be done with the series. I love playing this. I love having fun with it. My biggest complaint about this expansion is just how long everything takes. I can go hours or days before I get to click a button, or you just don't get that dopamine that you got. You know, you go to bed, you wake up, and you check it, and you got some cool stuff. Well, here you go to bed and you wake up, and you click a button one time, or maybe you've completed 8 dungeons overnight. Like, it's ridiculously slow. So I am very happy to be done with this. I hope you've enjoyed this series. It's been a very long series, and I know things have kind of gotten drawn out a little bit here and there, especially with this expansion. I've just found it very difficult to really connect with this expansion. I like it. I don't hate it, but it's just as drawn out and long as everything is to get done. And I have to find time, which is usually over a weekend, because these dungeons take so long. It's just, I don't know. It's not been as fun and enjoyable as some of the other expansions have been. But thank you all for watching and following for this whole time. I don't know what we're going to do with Melvor Idol from this point forward. There will be some more videos when I get my standard account through the various parts of it, of the Into the Abyss expansion, and then we'll cover things as they come up. I did miss the modding contest, so maybe we'll take a look at some mods or something. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm going to take a little bit of break from this, and that is going to do it for this one. We will catch you on the next one. Take care.